everyone. Haven't had a vlog like this in a week, a while or whatever. So I have got a relatively normal day. I need to clip Obi. My sponsor Vicky is coming. She's an osteopath, a McTimoney practitioner, and she is going to be treating Obi as well. So he's got a little spa day, haircut and a massage. And I'm going to talk about some carrot stretches and stuff. After last week's video and the work that the vets and the physios were doing, it was so interesting. I wanted to share that more with you guys. So we're going to do some targeted exercises with Obi. I've not actually told her yet, but I'm sure she'll be fine about it. Some targeted exercises with Obi to like talk about muscle development and what we can be doing before we ride. So first and foremost, I've got to go and do some mucking out because I have got a full barn of 8, so Emily can't do all that on her own. So I'm going to go and do some mucking out, so I'll take you with me. A little time lapse. Everybody loves time lapse. And yeah, I've got a terrible cough, so if I start coughing, I have to stop filming and try again. But anyway, let's go muck out. First job of the day, catching Mo and Dee Dee in their very cute matching rugs. My wonderful sponsor Pet and Pony gave me matching rugs for them, lovely weather beater ones. And they've both got detachable necks. Mo wore the neck last night, Dee Dee didn't, because Dee Dee's tough. It's a little bit big on Dee Dee, it kind of hangs off a bit, but you're so smart, aren't you guys? Good girl. The best phone in the world. She's like a proper horse. She is as big, if not bigger, than some of the ponies that I ride for people. That's ridiculous. Nearly as big as your mama. Really? You're going to be bigger than her because she's not genetically your mama, is she? So you can grow bigger than her. Yes. Yes. Beautiful baby. Mine's a bit sweaty in that rug. Yeah, I put the neck on it. It was meant to be going down to 4 degrees last night. I wonder if it maybe didn't actually get that cold. Hi Penny. Oh, that's not a very nice face, Penny. Why do mares just instantly have to be grumpy? Penny is 3 and she's come to do a very light bit of backing, so long lining, sitting on, walking around the yard, but we won't do too much with her. And then hello, excuse me sir. This is Alfie's bum. Alfie is not interested to talk to me today. Alfie! This is Alfie. He is very beautiful. Oh, he's got poop on him. Oh, that's a big poop stain, that is. Oh, you're gonna have to have a wash. Why do white horses like to get covered in poo? This just isn't a thing if you were brown. Anyway, this is Alfie. He has also come in to be backed, so we are full up on the breakers this week. We've got 3, which is kind of nice, but still. Alfie, you want to go on the walker for a bit? Little leg stretch? Alfie, don't eat my camera, please. Don't even know if I'm in this shot, but both Alfie and Penny are learning a bit about the connection. So they've both had their wolf teeth taken out last week, and they've both recovered absolutely fine, and they're ready to have their bridles on. I'm not even in this video, I'm sure of it. Anyway, but when I long-lined them yesterday, they were both quite sort of unknown about the contact. They were both like this. And so I want to just encourage them when they go on the walker today to work into a little bit of a softer frame, rather than being against the hand all the time, pulling up. I want them to just learn to just soften down when they feel the connection in the hand. So we're just putting them on the walker with very loose side reins, just so they're not tying them down in any stretch, they're completely baggy. But if they bring their nose up really high, past the vertical, then the connection comes. Whereas if they stay down and soft and they're nice and loose over their back, then there's no pressure at all. And this is how the side reins should be worked. They should never be used sort of tying a horse down. That is absolutely not what they're for. Alfie, this poop stain is really big. You did a good job on that. Never put your training aid on until you're ready to use it. It's just a rule you should always follow, because the horse, you know, if they're not sure about it or they were to pull up against it a little bit, the last thing you want them to be doing is doing that while being stood still. If they're doing a little fight against it maybe, then that would be fine if they're walking and moving or on soft ground like on the walker or in the arena, but you never want them to be doing that stood still, especially not on hard ground. So as you can see, he just is a little bit encouraged, but they are so super loose, those side reins. They're on the first hole, the longest setting. So it's not that the side reins are there fixing the horse in the connection, and I think this is what a lot of people get wrong, but a lot of people do contact me and they say, how do I teach my horse to go on the bit, right? The thing is when a horse learns to be ridden and learns to be like, to start with in its life like this, there is a certain amount of them needing to learn what the connection means, so that when you pick up their reins, they're not just like, well, this means run off with my head in the air. The connection, the little bit of pressure, the connection that we put into the bit, just encourages them to soften the nose down and work through their whole body. If they have never learnt that at all by meeting any kind of connection, then they are going to go against the contact, with muscles all against the contact. People are gonna hate on me for having put this in my vlog, but it is a really important part of young horses. If they never learn what the connection means in a gentle, forward moving way like this, they are never going to learn it. No tying horses down in a stable like this is not going to help them, but encouraging them when they're working forwards to just be on the vertical, slightly soft in their neck, yes, that is going to help. So there you have my little bit of controversial wisdom, because people are going to hate on me for that. The people that message me saying, why do you ride your horse in a bit, it's cruel. Welcome. Hello, people. Please send me some messages. Why not? It's not like I've not got enough to do in my day. Emily was just really shocked that people actually send me messages like that. And, well, yes, they do. But any piece of equipment that you put on a horse could be cruel in the wrong way. A saddle that doesn't fit, cruel in the wrong way. A head collar that doesn't fit. A head collar that is handled wrong, cruel in the wrong way. So things done the right way by people that know what they're doing, that have done it a lot for a long time, is not cruel. So bits, not cruel. Any snaffle bit, it's not the snaffle bit, it's the way you're using it. That's what I meant to say. Anyway, this is confusing and I can't bother to talk about it. I'm going to go muck out now. Bye. So, it's 10:30. We have done the mucking out. There is a man in a car driving past. Look at this car. If you were to buy a car that costs that much money, why would you buy it in banana yellow? Anyway, so the horses are going to come off the walker, and then physio's coming, so stretches o'clock, so that'll be coming up pretty shortly. So yeah, all going swimmingly this morning. Classic, my camera's run out of battery. This little charger that I have is a bit poorly and seem to not be charging when I thought they were. So that's just great. I'm gonna go get Obi in and take him out for a little hack before Vicky comes, so that he's had a bit of exercise, and then yeah, She's coming at 12:15, and I can't even see my watch. Oh, I don't know what time it is, so I give up. I have a feeling Obi's not going to want to come in, so I've actually brought an entire bag of treats. He doesn't actually even really like these that much, but it's a rustly thing to go and get him. It's really sunny. He's the sunglasses. He's already walking away. Rustle the bag. Rustle the bag. Come on. I know, I'm not much more exciting than this amazing field, am I? Do you want some snacks? Come with snacks. And the glove. It's going to be a bit upsetting for him. Snack? Would you like a snack? Oh yeah. He says, yes, please, on the snacks. Good boy. Oh, Obi is in and clean. And I'm just going to take him out for a little stretch. He doesn't need to do loads because we're having some training tomorrow. But yeah, I'd quite like to get him clipped today after he's seen the physio. So I'm going to try and do that. Hi Gus. Are you cute or what? Are you really cute? Gus has come all the way from Leeds to be here. And Penny from Wales. So, yeah. Just if you're not local, you don't have to be. Your horse can still come for training, and then the owners will come and like learn a bit with the horse. So because I'm a coach, obviously, I don't struggle to teach people what I know. So like when the horse learns a bit, the owner then comes and rides and learns what I've taught the horse. So it means that you get this really good carry through for when the horse goes home, rather than when the horse goes home and the owner's like, now what do I do with it? Does it still do what it used to do? Can I ride it? What buttons do I press? Anyway, Emily's now stood waiting patiently here behind me, not wanting to get in the video. Right, I'm going to check up Obi. Emily is removing the label out of this bucket, and Dee Dee thinks that it is for her. Not for you. Not for you, but you could just climb over that door and get it if you like, because you are big enough now. Christ. I can get you a bigger stable, you two. You can run out of space. I have an issue. That and that dog trying to follow me on this hack. What am I going to do? I normally shut them away and I forgot because they weren't around, and now they're around. Good boy.
So ideally you want him to put his neck down at the same time.
Boy. Ideally, but that's nice, so he just lets go. That's what you want. Because the shoulder's not attached, it's only attached by muscle.
Can you tell me a bit about what you're doing with his head?
Oh, I'm just feeling for symmetry, feeling for tension, because obviously when they wear a bridle and the head collar all the time, often the tension in the nerves and muscles in their face, that link directly into the shoulder, and then obviously you've got the huge TMJ joint, the jaw, that creates a lot of tension. And then you've got the big horse like Opie, head weighs a lot.
And do you talk to people a bit about, as he is having the potential that he is, you know, like a bit sore in his hindquarters from the increased workload?
Yeah.
Can that often lead forward into their head? Do you often say that can be
sometimes if they get a bit behind the movement and they drop off the contact, that can often be a sign that they're not pushing enough from behind. And a lot of trainers often tell me that as well, that they're like, oh, they've gone really light in the contact, or really heavy on one side, and that often very much correlates. And a lot of pelvic asymmetry is often directly related really to pole asymmetry. It's often the same side as the pelvic asymmetry, so you can.
Oh, that's really interesting, isn't it?
So I always treat the pole and then the pelvis, because they're very much linked, and then treat the connecting bits in the middle.
And how's his head feeling?
Good. He always struggles a little bit more flexion to this side. He's a little bit more resistant flexing to the right. You have to also be mindful of their conformation, and every individual is completely different. So good boy. So with a horse like Obi, it's not always a good test, he doesn't need to necessarily flip his head around to his shoulder because of the way his head and neck are set on. He doesn't have a huge amount of space here. So it's a longer stretch around like this, good boy, is more beneficial.
So with more of a gap, so almost like you're between his head and his shoulder.
So I often tell people to stand against the shoulder in getting the horse to flex around you. So it's a longer stretch, which actually opening the airways and the neck more so, because actually by just flipping their head around, and yes, I do that to test range of movement a lot, but it's not actually a beneficial stretch a lot of the time, because really you're just restricting their breathing. And a longer stretch, actually you'll stretch more of the structures through the back as well, not just the neck.
And the top of the rib cage and stuff too.
Yeah. So I'm just feeling great.
Good.
Really an MOT for him today, but tension up in his pole, which we were expecting, and the muscles that attach all the way down into the base of the neck, into the shoulder. So we've got some tension down here, so I was going to show maybe some carrot stretches to do that we can do every day.
Here come the carrots.
To help keeping this area supple and keeping the full range of movement in the shoulder. Now I've worked more so through the right side today. Pelvic alignment needed a little tweak as well. So we had a rotation on this right side.
And so that is within the range of movement of the pelvis. Yeah. So people get this a bit confused, and their physio will come and say the horse's pelvis is misaligned, and they think they're going to be
it's not dislocated. So I work within the normal range of movements, but for one reason or another, it could be surface that they're being ridden on sometimes, it could be them being in the field, it could be that they need just a little bit of extra help sometimes. Often it's across the diagonal, which it is for Obi. He struggles a little bit more through the left shoulder. So because of that, he gets a bit tight through his hamstrings. So another stretch.
Another stretch that we can show you guys. Hi everyone, I'm here today with Vicky, my sponsor. Here you go.
Wearing the jacket.
I know, I'm wearing the jacket, she's She's also become a very good friend of mine, so I have roped her into showing you guys some carrot stretches. So I think carrot stretches, and Vicky has mentioned that carrot stretches can be a bit, be a good word to use, kind of misinterpreted, and we kind of just go through the motions, doing carrot stretch, putting the head on the floor, not thinking about what it is doing for the horse. So we'll talk a little bit about what you actually should be looking for when you're doing a carrot stretch, not just, oh yeah, my horse can put his head between its knees, because that can actually overstrain the horse, Vicky was mentioning earlier, and do it no favours at all. So we will get started with carrot stretch number 1.
So it's important to say as well, Obi has been in the field this morning, he's been ridden, his muscles are nice and warm. So especially on a cold day, you do not want to be stretching cold muscles because they will do anything, as you'll see, for a carrot.
And then they'll just hurt themselves.
So as I was saying, I was talking through earlier when I was treating Obi, so he's had his treatment now, hopefully he's feeling a bit straighter and a bit looser, but with the horse it's important to stretch them being mindful of their conformation as well. So a really good one I always say to my clients is standing against their shoulder, and you want to stretch them around you. A bit of a wider stretch than you would probably ordinarily think of, because it stretches much more through the rib cage on the opposite side. They're stretching much more of the body. To my finger.
Don't worry with children or animals, guys.
Than just the stretching your neck. I think if you can see the difference. You just stretch him round to his shoulder, just literally just stretching his neck. Keeping his head straight and not tilting through his head. You want to be stretching the pole as well as the neck. Do this side. Because they're quite quick to cheat. So yeah, it does take a bit of extra time after you've ridden.
So not just bringing the mouth round there, yeah.
Yeah, like you can see how much more of the stretch, and he's having to really move with his whipping through his spine. So if you're standing above him, you'll be able to see a curve through his spine. And you see how long I'm holding each stretch for? I'm not just quickly whipping his head around giving the carrot, but like we would be doing, we'd be stretching before exercise. You're holding each stretch for, I think. There's a good one, which is a good core strength stretch. So keeping the core moving, the muscles, the stomach muscles, is down between the legs. Now there's always lots of videos and posts about this one. It's a really good stretch, but you can, as Mira was saying, you can overdo it. Now be really careful with your feet. Now they shouldn't have their knees bent. That's sort of over the boy. It's them cheating a little bit, but it's okay. Now I wouldn't want to go any further than that.
Because you can see him really lifting his core anyway.
Yeah. He could get his head right through here, but that's just a little unnecessary. Another good one. You see how much he's opening up his paw. Good boy, and the jaw is stretching forward.
I see. So if your horse did creep forward,
if your horse was a little bit less mannerly, then you would want to do over the stable door so they can't move forward.
So it keeps their chest in, but then their nose out. So minus the carrots, we're going to talk through a little bit of the hind limb stretches and sort of things that you can be doing, exercises you can be doing with your horse if your horse was to struggle with hind limb strength. So like push from behind, basically. So, well, basically most horses. But this is something that we've been working on a lot with Obi, getting him stronger, working up hills, over walk poles, that kind of thing, to get him lifting and stretching through the hind leg. I don't know why I just did a little hind leg lift myself, but yeah. So Vicky's going to show us now a couple of those that we can be doing to if your horse is needing a bit more push from behind.
Actually, now hamstrings attach into the lower back muscle, and they're huge groups of muscle. So a really good stretch. The horse. It's important to say as well, the horse often, the more you do this, the more they really do learn the sequence. So
I remember doing this with Kenko. She used to really sit down into it, didn't she?
So this is a really nice stretch. They just need to stand, good boy, with one foot over. So you can really incorporate this into a daily routine of picking their feet out from the same side. That can stretch as well. And crossing them under, good boy. So the longer you can stand, good boy. So for Obi, the one you'd find a little bit more difficult would be this one, good boy. So it's important as well to support the fetlock while you're doing it, and not at the foot, obviously for safety as well. Good boy. So that, nearly there. He's nearly finished with that.
So you can see then him really dropping that right hip down to stretch that whole side.
It's a really good one. It's a really, your horse should have a nice light tail. So Obi's tail's lovely and light. You can do lots of tail circling. If it's not tail circling,
Is going to fix the lack of...
They have a huge ligament, a nuchal ligament that attaches into the pole, runs all the way down the back and pretty much into the base of the tail. So a stretch, especially with the head down, can, obviously if your horse is safe, do so.
Do not try this if your horse kicks.
All your body weight, you can just lean, and the horse should lean back like he just did into it, into the stretch. And they do really readily accept it, obviously, unless there's anything more sinister going on, then they may not, but it is a really nice stretch because there isn't anything other than, there's no other way that they can stretch that. I call it the tail wiggle because you can stand with just holding the top of the dock, and you've got to put quite a lot of effort in, but you wiggling the tail and you get the wiggle through the back. Now if he wasn't eating, it would show that he's also wiggles the neck as well.
Oh, I see.
Wiggling through the neck and the head.
Yeah.
So that just shows the suppleness getting through the body.
Huh. So apparently I didn't do like a roundup of the carrot stretches. So I was really pleased with Obi. It was really nice to have Vicky there to do that. And then my camera died, and then I decided to clip Obi. So here we are. So this is me editing the video on a Sunday night. It's 5 to 8 at night. And this is me filling in the gaps because I'm rubbish.
If I could take you up in boom, 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 tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Life could be a dream. Anything down, plans will come true. Anything down, my whole life loving you. Life could be a dream, sweetheart.
I know for sure I'm going to get some questions about what clippers I choose to use. So even though he is big... Guys, I'm trying to video here. Like, you don't... Why are you doing it? So anyway, I know he's big and he's hairy, but I find that these clippers are the best. I'm only small and I don't like having really heavy clippers. I do have some more heavier duty ones, but these ones are better, I find. So they are called Lister Star clippers, and they're pretty fantastic. They run really fast, they don't get hot, and I really like them.
If I could take you up in boom, 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 tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Life could be a dream. Anything down, plans will come true. Anything down, my whole life loving you. Life could be a dream, sweetheart.
I feel like you feel like clipping your own face after you've clipped because you're like, hair. this face down. You're a bit pain, Obi. Camera died, obviously. Here he is. Beautiful, clipped, having a poop. That's a lot of hair. Good boy, that is not bad. That took me an hour to do him totally, minus his legs, and give him a little cloth. Emily's gonna go over him once more with a bit of Dettol in the water. You're a good boy, huh? You'll feel better for that. Yes. It wouldn't be a vlog if I was late once, would it? So, no surprise. Oh God, I'm late. I've got to go and do some, I'm going to do some coaching. I think I'll still be on time, but I had kind of factored in a snack break to get a snack en route, but I'm not going to be able to do that. So I'm actually going to leave this video here because I've done everything I needed to do. Bar get a snack. God, I bet my face looks hairy in this clip. So that is the end of today's video. Yeah, like I say, it's 4 o'clock now and I'm not finishing teaching till 7, so long day as always. But very productive. All of them being so fantastic. Great to do what I did with the 3-year-olds today, getting them working a bit better into the connection. Great with Obi. Great with Gary, the hacking creature. Come on, babes, in the car, please. I'm glad I got them clipped and really pleased that I could share all of that information about the stretching and everything like that because, well, that was great. Really hope you enjoyed that part. I'm going to do that a little bit as a separate bit. So if you want to share all about the carrot stretches, then have a look over to my Instagram and it will be there. And it will be on my Facebook too. And yeah, we can share the love about the carrot stretches. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.